This is KMTV 3 News Now.
I'm Vanessa Villafuerte with 3 News Now. Here's a look at what's happening now. Candidate for Governor Charles Herbster filed a defamation lawsuit against one of the 8 women accusing him of sexual assault. The defendant, Julie Slama, is one of 8 women accusing him of sexual assault, and the lawsuit was filed in Johnson County, where Slama is a resident. The Herbster campaign tells us other lawsuits are pending. They said Wednesday they would issue legal holds to Slama, Governor Pete Ricketts, and opponent Jim Pillen, meaning they plan to ask that potential evidence relevant to a future lawsuit not be destroyed. The lawsuit includes a prayer for relief of an amount of money to be determined at a trial. About 100 pandemic-themed comics by Omaha cartoonist Jeff Katerba are now on display at Pace in Council Bluffs. He says this is likely the first exhibit in the world made entirely of COVID cartoons. Veering away from traditional galleries, the exhibit is organized in the shape of a maze. The cartoons give visitors a way to reflect on the last few years and see how drastically some things have changed. The exhibit is on display through the end of the summer. Admission is free.
I'm 3 News Now Weather Alert meteorologist Audra Moore with this weather update. As we go throughout the day on Saturday, cold front is going to be moving through the area, but we're still going to make it back close to 80 degrees for those afternoon highs. Those of us that don't quite hit 80, back in the mid and upper 70s. But as that cold front starts to move through, we are going to watch for the potential for some strong to even severe storms to get going, mainly during the afternoon into the early evening, especially through some parts of western Iowa. Where exactly those storms start to form, a little bit of a question mark. They could form a little bit farther back to the west, almost on top of Omaha, and then move eastward. So make sure if you have any outdoor plans, especially in the second half of Saturday, that you have multiple ways to get severe weather information, just in case one of those storms happens to pop up almost right on top of you. Can't rule out some large hail, damaging wind gusts, or even an isolated tornado as those storms get going. Once they line up a bit more and start racing off to the east, it does transition into being more of a damaging wind threat. Moves through pretty quickly with that cold front. In fact, by the time we get to about 8, 9 o'clock, most of it likely farther off to our east by that point, and overnight into Sunday morning, we'll start to cool things off a bit more behind that cold front. Still a bit breezy, temperatures falling back down to the 40s to start Sunday morning. But Saturday afternoon here in Omaha, highs close to 80 degrees, warm and windy. South winds still gusting up to about 45, almost 50 miles per hour. Again, some of those storms possible in the second half of the day, mainly for those of us almost along into the east of the Missouri River. Make sure you have a couple different ways to get severe weather information. So cooler behind that cold front, as you might guess. Highs in the low 60s on Sunday. Breezy day for us, so winds gusting only 25 to 30 miles per hour. Monday, even a little bit cooler. Highs in the 50s. Don't worry, we're going to start to warm things up pretty quickly. Back into the 60s by Tuesday, then 70s for the rest of the week.